Hi, I'm Rubi Ho, an enterprise executive coach and organizational leadership coach and consultant. Today's topic is about why culture eats strategy for lunch. Now, you've often heard the term culture eats strategy for lunch, but have you ever paused to truly ask yourself why? Let's look at what I mean by culture and the 6th reason why culture eats strategy for lunch. What do I mean about culture? Well, for me, having helped companies and their leaders excel in the realm of performance and organizational leadership for the past 12 years, culture boils down to 6 key areas: organizational values, behavioral norms, talent management, organizational readiness, ability and willingness to change, and leadership and accountability. Let's go over them. Number 1, are your organizational values aligned with your strategy? Here, I'm referring to how your company rewards and recognizes its people as much as what your company's values are. Is it based on a performance scorecard, bottom line growth, revenue growth? If you asked your employees, what would they say? Who gets promoted? Who doesn't? And most importantly, do your company's organizational values align with your company's strategies? Number 2, are your behavioral norms aligned to your company's strategy? Let's say, for instance, one key part of your organization's goals is to move more towards a matrix type of a reporting structure versus operating in separate departments. Do your company's current behavioral norms, especially what's modeled among leadership and teams, do they complement a matrix-like move? The bottom line is that unless the behavioral norms complement the matrix structure, the move to a matrix-like organization is not going to work, even if you set up the org structure to help foster that behavior. Number 3, is the right talent in the right seats? Strategy doesn't work if the right talent is not in the right seats. Said differently, do you have the right people in the right spots so that they can shine and be fully leveraged? Talent management is as much about making sure your talent is in the right spots so they can obtain peak performance and to help ensure they feel personally valued at the same time. Number 4 is what I call organizational readiness. Is your organization ready to deliver on the company's strategies? By that, I primarily mean in its structure and business model. For simplicity's sake, let's say I'm a head coach for a football team. And for the upcoming season, I'd like us to focus on being the best offensive team in the league. Well, the question I would have is my team organizationally ready to deliver on an offensive strategy? If not, what do I need to change, restructure about my team so that we can be more organizationally ready? Number 5, willingness to change. Now, you might have the right structure in place, you might have the right talent in place, but is the organization as a whole really ready to change? Without a willingness, without buy-in, sustainable change isn't going to happen. The question then is, what do you need to adjust, whether in information, communication, org adjustments, and/or leadership adjustments to help your people get there? Number 6, leadership and accountability. I couple leadership together with accountability because I believe accountability is one of the top traits that come with leadership. And when it comes to creating a healthy culture that complements and does not eat strategy for lunch, you have to have the right leadership in place, especially at the top. I'm one of those who firmly believes that good or bad, your company culture ultimately comes from the top. What they model and endorse among each other at the top gets modeled and endorsed throughout your organization. And that leadership culture will either complement the strategy or eat it for lunch. Organizational values, behavioral norms, talent management, organizational readiness, willingness to change, leadership and accountability. Do whatever you can to ensure these cultural traits are not eating your strategies for lunch, but complementing them so that your company is unleashed. Want to dive deeper into culture and strategy? Don't hesitate to reach out to me and have a conversation anytime. And please don't forget to follow me via social media and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you haven't already, get my latest book, The Thrival Guide to Work and Life. Have a great week.